what's up you guys? Stoutmeister here, and today we got a guest with us, longtime supporter of us. He's the Mr. Random Xbox.
Hello.
And this is gonna be a new series, to keep the GATG acronym relevant, and this little series is gonna be called Guitarist and the Guest. And, I showed you this article, a few days ago about some feminists.
Oh yeah, is the Femitheist. Apparently all men need to be castrated now.
Oh yeah, because they just raise our testosterone levels, and we're just sexist against women. We just degrade women.
I'm sorry. I'm too busy laughing at this. You go on, dude.
Alright, in case you guys don't know what we're talking about, I have the article sitting in front of me, and so do you, so, let's take a read at what this Femitheist has to say.
Definitely.
The title of this article, All Men Should Be Castrated? International Castration Day. Some feminists have considered this as an option. It is highly controversial. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Krista, otherwise known as the Femitheist. I'm a female, a feminist, and someone who believes strongly in true equality. Oh, I know, right? Femitheist, castration, great example of equality right there. Now I have began explaining this entry before I post the actual article for your discussion, of course. Women must and will have equality. And this is the only way to achieve true equality. The testicles of all males, which produce the majority of their testosterone, are the primary cause of their violent behavior.
I call crap.
The testicles also attribute greatly to many of the health problems they experience later in life, such as prostate cancer and, of course, testicular cancer. Very, very strong views that you have, Mr. Femitheist.
Miss Femitheist. Oh. I'm sorry. Let's see, it says the testicles can lead to testicular cancer. Gee, I never would have guessed.
Breasts can also lead to breast cancer. The throat can also cause throat cancer.
You can get brain cancer, tongue cancer, stomach cancer, prostate cancer.
I mean, why don't we just remove all those body parts? Why don't we just kill ourselves?
Yeah, it's like, kill yourself, because you're gonna die eventually. How could this go wrong?
So let's see what this solution that this lovely young lady has to offer. The solution: International Castration Day. It is my belief, which I consider factual based on my research, that all men should be castrated. Not only for their own safety, but for the safety of all innocent women and children. Yeah, because men are the ones that are violent, while women are always the innocent ones.
Yes, despite the fact that, spousal abuse is pretty much equal for both sexes.
Oh yeah, man. It's just they don't take it seriously when it's the woman abusing the man. They laugh at it.
Oh yeah. Like that one, it reminds me of that video The Amazing Atheist did. Remember, it was the one about did he do that one where it was the woman chopped her husband's genitals off, and there were these women laughing about it on TV?
Yeah, Sharon Osbourne was actually a guest on that show.
Yeah, he was but here's the thing. If the man had chopped his wife's breasts off, all hell would have broken loose.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have been, sitting there saying that all men should die now because of this one isolated incident. Genius.
That is a genius idea. And to achieve this, the entire world should have an international holiday known as Castration Day. Males of all ages will be brought to the public squares of their cities nude, to stand together in a circle as they await castration by a woman known as the castrator. Very, very creative name. Who will be a woman chosen from the public, much like a juror.
Are we talking about a woman who's actually a licensed medical practitioner, or just some random woman picked off the street?
It doesn't specify in the article, but I'm pretty sure they would pick either one. I think the random person would be much more entertaining for them.
So you're telling me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're telling me that you're gonna have like 6-year-old girls watching a bunch of grown men of all ages walking on the streets nude. Do you have any idea how scarring that will be for them?
This is... Oh my god. Girls of all ages will attend, lining the streets to cheer and applaud the males as they join the rest of civilized society. We have to be equal with the rest of society because we're just testosterone-filled, hateful men.
So apparently we're inferior just because we were apparently born with the wrong
Body parts, exactly.
So apparently just because I have a Y chromosome, I am worthless.
Yep, that is right. And this woman calls herself a theist. If you believe in God, then why would you want to get rid of something you were born with? Like a body part that works properly.
Well, I have one thing. The Femitheist, well, do you think that maybe, like, it's actually supposed to be, like, feminine atheist? Because, see, like, she calls herself God right here. If you look in that picture where she's doing that really creepy smile, she calls herself God. So, I don't know. Just some random thing.
It will be a free vacation for any working woman, and young girls will be able to leave school to attend this glorious ceremony. The males will then have 1 hour to get to know their castrator. Their female spouse will also be able to choose whether or not they would like to milk the male in order to retain a sperm sample.
Hi, I know I just met you and all, but is that alright if I use you for an extremely sick and disgusting purpose?
Well, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and, sure, because I really want to get to know the woman that's about to cut my balls off. I would rather be killed before castrated.
If you're gonna kill someone, though, why not just let them have what little pride they have?
I would like to die a whole man and all, but yeah, I would not want to live through something like that. I don't think any sane guy would want to imagine something like that.
Yeah. I mean, at least with a vasectomy, you can get it reversed.
Castration? Nope.
No.
No reversal.
That's a one-way street.
One-way ticket to losing your manhood. If the male is too young for a spouse, their mother or closest female relative will decide.
Okay, so you're telling me that my mom gets to choose whether or not I can have kids in the future.
Your mother, your aunt, any female that you're living with, basically.
As long as it isn't my sister, I'm okay.
But I believe a good number of sisters would love that. Especially if they think of you as a bad brother.
I don't think I could wish full-blown castration on even the worst person.
Once the males have all been castrated, they will be grouped together again for one last look before walking nude back to their homes.
The walk of shame.
The walk of shame indeed. The walk of torment. The women will then return to their jobs, schools, etc., and rejoice in the completion of yet another successful ceremony.
What defines success in this case? Is it that people showed up, or no one died?
Success in this case is, getting rid of the vicious manhood. Controlling men. That is an extremist woman's ultimate fantasy.
So the idea, I know that like the idea is to get rid of the manhood, but somehow, is this woman even aware of the fact that there is no scientific correlation between a male testosterone in this case and violence? There's no reasonable scientific evidence to support a correlation between those two.
They have to get rid of something, man. I mean, apparently just because a few men have screwed women over, all of a sudden take it out on all.
You know what? if you gotta cut something off, I don't know, cut off my pinky. I don't use this darn thing.
And it's the weakest finger of them all. Any man who tries to evade this holiday, Castration Day, should be murdered wherever they are found, treated as a criminal, as it will be a crime to not attend, or forced to attend, regardless of age.
So we're gonna be castrating newborn infants.
Basically.
I'm pretty sure that their testicles aren't even fully developed when they're that young, are they?
No, your testicles are not fully developed when you're a newborn. Try 13. Try once you hit your teen years.
Oh, by the way, murder? Wait a minute, you do know that murder... you do know that murder, by definition, is the unlawful killing of another human being. I just thought I would, like, you know, mention that.
And plus, and by her logic, it's not murder because she wants this to be a law.
To be murder, but not murder.
Yeah, murdered, but not by the definition of murder.
Logic is for wimps. You mind if I finish it?
Go ahead.
Any woman who disagrees should be provided therapy in order to free her from misogynistic indoctrination. This holiday should replace the day currently known as Father's Day. If this practice were adopted officially across all the world, all war, crime, and violence would end. We would have a true utopia where peace reigns and men do only what they exist for. And I love this. Breed, labor, serve, die.
Something I want to point out. If you're going to be castrating all the males, you're going to be running out of sperm samples eventually, so breeding is going to become impossible.
Yeah, well, maybe not, but they're actually, I remember watching this on, like, Animal Planet or something. Animal Planet discovered there actually is a species of some sort of reptile, lizard gecko, I don't know, I think it's lizard, that actually, apparently somehow all the males went extinct, and they actually have to, like, induce some sort of, I don't know, it's like the only species on the planet that can reproduce with only one gender. Frogs don't count because they can actually, some frogs can change genders. Likewise, the change of their hormones would make them less aggressive and thus less likely to rape.
Because only men can rape.
Yeah. Even though there are female rapists and men are, considering the fact that women, I forget how many hundreds of thousands, or is it millions of women that are
I think it's hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of women that are raped every year, and most of them don't even report it. Even fewer men will report it.
Yeah, because men are treated like criminals all the time when it comes to this kind of stuff. Yeah, if you touch a woman's tit, go to jail, but if a woman touches you and you didn't want to be touched, they won't take you seriously.
Despite the fact that that's a completely involuntary response. Also provide them with better health throughout their life, as the testicles are a major cause of health issues in males as they age. You do know also that women tend to develop breast cancer as they get older, right?
And I have an aunt and I have a friend's mother who had breast cancer at the same time. And they're both recovering from that.
Yeah, I think it was my great-grandmother. She had breast cancer, and quite frankly, back when she was alive, there was almost no survival rate. It was so bad. And she survived it. So, I'm just saying, like Cammy Bam said, of course, just flat out removing it, it'll stop you from getting health problems, but like you said earlier, why don't we just cut our throats out? Why don't we just completely remove our stomachs, because you can get stomach cancer or stomach ulcer?
Just kill yourself, for God's sakes, because cancer spreads. If you are cured from breast cancer, or if you recover from that at a good rate, you're gonna get cancer eventually somewhere else. If you don't get cancer, then you're gonna get some other type of illness eventually. And you're gonna die from it eventually.
Disclaimer, don't actually kill yourself, because killing yourself is for wimps. Sorry, I had to. all will profit for this, except anybody who disagrees or has a Y chromosome. And I believe this will come to be someday soon. Thank you for your consideration.
Consideration of what?
I don't know about you, I didn't consider this for a split second.
Consideration that we have this scarring image of all males being castrated now? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that consideration, Femitheist.
Honestly, when I first read this, I was shocked. I'm like, really, does someone believe this? Then, like a lot of people, I started thinking, oh, maybe it's satire. Sort of like Christwire.com. You ever heard of that crazy website?
What is Christwire?
They give, like, WBC a run for their money. But I'm pretty convinced that it is satire, and if it's not if it's not satire, they're nuts. If it is satire, it's genius.
Well, if this is satire, this is genius, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't satire.
I don't think it is, considering she does have a channel. Most people wouldn't take it that far because it's kind of hard to... It's easier to portray satire with words and a faceless image on a screen than it is with actual video.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but like, this one thing that ticks me off about these feminists, it's not even just feminists, it's really mostly feminazis, because actually no, I disagree with feminism. I believe in equalism. Like true human equalism. No, like, you know, no whole what you call it, restrictions based on
gender,
race, sexual orientation, history, nationality, belief, religion, philosophy.
Yeah, but that philosophy is impossible. Even if you do have that for a short amount of time, some asshole is gonna ruin it for everybody eventually.
Yeah, it's too idealistic for the world. At least humanity is too immature to handle it.
Yeah, man.
But like, honestly, like these feminists, or these at least the crazy ones, they act like women are the only ones who are getting treated unfairly. Do you know that women will serve up to 40% less prison time for the same crime as like if a man committed it? Like, you kill somebody, say for example, you kill somebody, you get 10 years in prison. A woman kills somebody, she'll get 6. And she'll probably have a bigger chance of parole because she's a woman.
Oh, and let's talk about job interviews really quick. Male and female are applying for the same job, and let's say the woman is very attractive looking, and then you have a somewhat attractive looking guy as well. And they both have great resumes, and they get a call back. Who do you think is going to get the job?
The woman, because if she doesn't get the job, they'll say, oh, you're being sexist because you don't have enough women working here.
And if the male doesn't get the job, then
so what?
He's fucked.
Yeah. Or like, you know, you got the whole idea of like in divorce, you know that women, like there was a song that Jerry Reed did. Was it Jerry Reed? Yeah, I think so. That was his name. He did that one song that was like, it was about divorce, and he was saying that, like, you know, I think the song was "She Got the Gold Mine, I Got the Shaft." Was that the name of the song? I don't know. I think it was. But yeah, that's the name of the song. But he's talking about, like, you know, they'll say like they're gonna, you know, split it perfectly even, but that's a load of crap. It's like it's not 50-50, it's not 60-40. A lot of times it's not even 70-30. It's like 80-20, and the 80 goes towards the woman. Men will also be screwed over on like child custody. If you're a male, you're completely incapable of handling a job. There was like what was it? There was one wrestler, I forget who it was. He just got a divorce, and his wife is going to get like, I think it was Faded Holy Soldier did a video on it, and she's going to get like, yeah, she's going to get like what, 70% of his earnings?
John Cena, and she's just a housewife.
Yeah, she hasn't done squat. How is that fair in any way? Apparently, like, honestly, I have to agree with what Faded. I think he also gave this advice. If you're going to get married, Get a prenup.
You two just need to come up with an agreement and stick with that agreement so that one doesn't fuck over the other.
If this doesn't work out between us, I get this, you get this. My family, some members of my family have gone through divorce.
Well, it's only a matter of time, but before we become equal for a short amount of time, then we have another cycle where the men fuck over the women, and so on and so forth until the end of the human race.
Yeah, fight the non-existent patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you know, I never knew that Hitler had a granddaughter.
Never knew that.
Did not know that.
Alright, stay tuned for more videos, you guys. Take care, see you later. And check out the Mr. Random Xbox on his YouTube channel, which will be in the description below. And have a great summer.
Peace.